Okay, so welcome back, and now guess what? We get to do more, solving more equations and formulas, okay? So I'm going to give examples, and we're going to just walk through these. I'm also going to show you multiple ways of approaching these. Again, you'll get the same answer. So a lot of times there's more than one way to solve these equations, okay? So again, let's start with the first one. And the first one, we have 2 times the quantity x plus 4 equals 27. So again, we use the rules and we apply them. And we want to isolate x on one side of the equal sign and then all the other numbers, all the constants on the other side. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide. We got to get rid of that 2 and we're multiplying, right? So the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So we're going to, in order to make this 1, we have to divide both sides by 2, right? So whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. And so 2 divided by 2 gives us 1. And so we get x plus 4 is equal to what? Well, that's going to be 13 and a half, right? Okay? And then what are we going to do to both sides? Now we're adding 4, so that means we're going to have to subtract 4 from both sides. And so that gives us what? That gives us x is equal to 13.5 minus 4, which gives us x is equal to 9.5. Okay? And now, so again, if we want to check it, right, we want to check it, we take our answer, we plug it back into the equation, see if we get a true statement. So let's do that, okay? So here we go. Okay, so now if we stick it in, for x, 9.5, so we get 2 times 9.5 plus 4 equals 27. And so what do? We do what's in parentheses first, so we get 2 times 13.5 equals 27. And then 2 times 13.5 is 27, so we get 27 equals 27, and it checks. Okay? Now, let's approach this problem differently. Now, what I could do is I could use the distributive property and I could distribute the 2 by multiplication across the plus sign. That's what the distributive property says. I can go ahead and distribute the multiplication to both terms here. And so that would give me 2x plus 8 equals 27. And then what I can do is now what I would do is subtract 8 from both sides, right? And that would give me 2x is equal to 9. Oh, hold on, not 9. 19. And then if I divide both sides by 2, I get x equals what? 9.5. The same answer. Okay? So there's another way to solve this. Okay? Whichever one you're more comfortable with, but either way, you should get the correct answer. Okay, so in this case here, what do we get? We got x is equal to 9.5. Okay, now what about this one? Okay, what do we do? Well, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3, right? So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Since I'm multiplying, I'm going to divide, so negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. And then I get y minus 4 equals what? 12. or excuse me, I'm sorry, that's negative 12. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 to both sides, right? And so then I get y equals what? Negative 8. And of course, I want to stick negative 8 back in. So if I get negative 3, and this becomes y minus 4, so I'm going to stick in negative 8. So negative 8 minus 4 equals 36. Well, I'm going to do everything in the brackets first, right? Parentheses first. So negative 3, now negative 8 minus 4 is negative 12 equals 36. Negative 3 times negative 12. Well, negative times negative is positive. 3 times 12 is 36, so that's going to give me a positive 36, and I get 36 equals 36. And again, it gives me a true statement. So it works. Okay, the last one. Let's do the last one. Now, the last one, again, a little bit more complicated. Here, I've got a subtraction, and I'm subtracting this whole thing, right? And I've got parentheses, right? So that means I'm not subtracting just one term, I'm subtracting both terms. So again, I'm going to treat this like there's a 1 here. Okay? And so again, I'm distributing this negative 1, right? I can change this to a plus negative. So I'm going to distribute this negative 1 across the subtraction. Okay? And so when I do that, what happens? I get 5x, what? Negative 1 times 2x is minus 2x. And negative 1 times minus 3 is going to give me what? A plus 3, right? Because negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, but I get a minus in negative 3, which is the same as plus 3. Okay, and now I got rid of the parentheses, and that equals 27. And now look, now I'm going to combine like terms, right? So I'm going to combine like terms, and so I get 3x plus 3 equals 27. And now what I'm going to do is subtract 3 from both sides. And I get 3x equals what? 24. And then I divide, right? Divide both sides by 3. Why? Because I'm multiplying by 3 up here, and I want to isolate the x. So the inverse operation is division. So 3 divided by 3 gives me 1, so that's going to give me x, okay? Equals what? 24 divided by 3, which is 8, and so x equals 8, and of course, go back, plug it in, and double check to make sure you didn't make a mistake. And that's it. Have a great day.